Our livelihoods are at the core of who we are. Jobs in America. It's an issue often analyzed from a bird's eye view, with unemployment rates, jobless claims, hiring statistics. But what do all those numbers really mean?
I thought I was going to lose my restaurant. I thought I was going to have to lose my home. I have 2 children.
On the ground, who are the people that make up the trends and percentages?
We are at stake of losing generations of progress for the working woman in our country.
This week, we're looking at how policy, politics, and the pandemic have impacted how people put food on the table. This is The Race. Welcome to The Race. I'm Chris Stewart. This week, we're in West Virginia. This state is one of the top producers of coal in the country. But President Biden says he wants to take a greener approach to energy. And while he is promising jobs, the coal workers that we spoke to say the president's word is not enough. It is a resource that cannot be measured by just the power it produces.
Coal means everything to this part of the country.
And without the coal mines in this area, there wouldn't be an Ohio Valley, I wouldn't think.
In some parts of America, families are fueled by coal. It's been that way for generations.
You're either a coal miner or you're not.
What we do every day it's not for everybody. Not everybody can do it. And it takes a special kind of person to do what we do.
Coal and mining define places like those around Wheeling, West Virginia. But it's an industry that's lost more than half of its jobs over the past decade as America has looked elsewhere for energy.
It's not good. It's not a good industry to be in right now. There's a war on coal. I mean, people want to say it or not.
Now as the president is pushing a more than $2 trillion infrastructure plan with billions going toward green energy, those in the coal industry are concerned about what that could mean for the future of their jobs.
Look, we all want clean water and clean air, but there are ways to do this. And I don't believe the destruction of good paying jobs with good health care. I don't believe that the government has researched other avenues to be able to take it.
The United Mine Workers of America has supported President Biden's green energy plans with the promise that people like coal miners will keep their jobs. But a promise can only mean so much for Rick Altman.
Where's the plan other than, you saying it's going to be? Well, but show me in black and white that people have committed, not just the government, but manufacturers, and companies have committed to the re-education and the restructuring of this country.
It's not the first time those here have heard the political promises of saving coal country.
It's easy to talk, I'm doing it now, but show me what you're going to do. Tell me who's coming. And we haven't seen any of that.
The union wants to see a national training program to help dislocated miners find other jobs and tuition money to go back to school. But change, while perhaps inevitable for the coal industry, won't be easy to embrace for some miners like Matt Hunker.
No, I don't want to switch careers. I mean, I like what I do. I mean, no, I don't want to switch careers at all.
It's unclear what the future will hold for places like this, communities that have long relied on a resource that America is relying on less. But whatever the plan, the political promises, coal workers want to make sure they are not left behind.
We power this country. We do it safely, we do it efficiently, and all we ask is to be able to put some money in to keep everybody in a job.
As more states reopen, industries are having a difficult time getting people back to work, and that includes restaurants. Alexa Liacko shows us what one restaurant had to do just to stay in business.
As the world starts to reopen around us, it's easy to see people are eager to get out and to eat out, especially here where they can spread out.
The Monterey-based squid Mun Cha is back.
It's the calm before the dinner service rush. And the team at the Rose is bracing to be busy.
This restaurant, I like to equate it as to an aircraft carrier. It's 10,000 square feet.
Chef and owner of the Rose, Jason Neroni, took over this huge and historic Los Angeles restaurant almost a decade ago.
The Rose has been here since 1979. Your local meeting place. It was a big brunch spot.
It took 250 employees to run it 7 days a week. Then came COVID-19.
It was just insane to see something that was a machine. We were doing 10,000 people a week to literally come to a grinding halt with something that I could have never have imagined.
He was forced to lay off nearly all the staff.
That was surreal. I thought I was going to lose my restaurant. I thought I was going to have to lose my home. I have 2 children and a wife. You just didn't know. It was a pit of despair.
Over the summer, they were able to reopen to outdoor dining, and employees came right back.
When we closed down again in November, I think that was kind of a kick in the gut to a lot of people.
California's second shutdown came just 2 days before Thanksgiving and lasted for weeks.
It cost less money to be closed than it was to be open. We were burning more money just being open because we lost 95% of our sales.
Fast forward to today, restrictions are loosening, but reopening this time is different.
I don't have enough servers.
We're just spread very thin with more people coming in. It doesn't change the fact that we have less hands.
Some say they make more money on unemployment. Others worry about catching COVID. But no matter the reason, short staffing has forced Jason to cut back.
We have not brought back breakfast. We're still closed on Mondays. We never reopen on Mondays. We used to always be open 7 days a week.
California just passed a law saying restaurant owners have to offer their former employees their jobs back. The restaurant owners say they've tried, it's just not working.
There are a lot of people who just left.
Including longtime employees like Aria Perriera.
I've worked with Jason for 8 years across 3 different restaurants.
COVID-19 was a wake-up call.
After losing my job for the second time in 1 year, I was like, okay, it's time to make a change.
She became a real estate agent and left the Rose behind.
I feel that I'm really making a change in my life, something that's going to have dramatic effect down the road.
And even though it's tough to see his restaurant family go, Jason does understand.
I wish only the best for people who are on to the next thing. You gotta follow your dreams. This is mine.
He just hopes one day soon he'll have a little more help to keep his alive. For The Race, I'm Alexa Liacko.
And I remember falling to the floor and just being like, what does this mean for me?
It's being called a she-cession. The pandemic is forcing women to leave the workforce at a record pace.
Women this last year have lost over 55% of the total jobs.
The mom working to get back on the job when The Race continues.